Welcome back to We Are Live at the Mid-Coast Studio in Grand Center, St. Louis, Missouri. Check out midcoast.media for more information on what we do here and how some of our friends like Buy Jack or Red Saw Publicity can help you. Love being here in the Kranzberg Arts Foundation's Zach building. You know what else I love, Travis?
What is that, Chris?
I love an educated man. I love an entrepreneur.
Okay.
I love a philanthropic man.
Oh, Chris, I'm single.
Think we can get one in here?
Yeah, we'll work on that. The great Dr. Ed from Hillside Animal Hospital joins We Are Live.
Dr. Ed.
See, last week he interrupted me as I was doing that. My bad, guys. Do we have an intro? This is my favorite part. Welcome to the show, Dr. Ed. It's good to see you, buddy. Now we're going to get interrupted, and I'll be even phased more.
Yeah!
The good doctor is in.
Yes!
That's Dr. Ed Miñeco, Hillside Animal Hospital in South St. Louis, Missouri, for all your needs. You can even FedEx your animals to Dr. Ed to take a look if you're listening in another area.
That's not a thing.
You need to check out FedEx's rules and regulations, but it's a suggestion.
Okay.
A friend of mine, his clinic actually is right next door. It's in a strip mall. It's right next door to a post office.
Right.
So he said one of his clients was at the post office, and she had her cat in a carrier, and a gentleman behind her was like, "What do you got in the carrier?" And she said, "It's a cat." She says, "What are you doing?" She says, "Well, I'm just here to mail something." And he says,
Amazing.
"Yeah, you can't. Can you send live animals through the mail?" And obviously, he didn't know that the veterinarian was right next door.
But can you?
People try, right? They have to.
Sure.
I would think more on the reptile side, like exotic reptiles get mailed. Like, they don't really have a personality. I don't know if too many people are tossing a Pomeranian in a tape-filled bag and say, hey, get here, off to Seattle you go.
He just alienated all the reptile owners, the lizard owners.
Do you do a lot of reptile surgeries?
No, we
See,
don't.
see, I brought him right down with me with that one question.
You didn't bring me down. I just that there are other veterinarians who know a lot more about reptiles than I do. They're better off going there.
And you know what? Yeah, he goes, yeah, bring him in for bring your snake in for surgery. He's got a bat in his hand, just patting it on his hand. He's like, we'll take good care of old Slytherin there. Dr. Ed joins us every week. We play a trivia game, but first I like to see what's kind of happening in Dr. Ed's world. He's a big supporter of local sports. He mountain bikes very regularly, Travis. Generally travels to a new continent every month.
All right.
This summer's coming up. It's about to be warm this weekend. What's on the docket for travel this summer? I don't think we've updated the listeners recently.
We have
And he
a
always
trip planned.
brings it. Yes.
Yeah, in August we're going to be hiking on the Appalachian Trail for like 4 days.
Really?
Yeah, just a small little section of it, but just to
For 4 days, though. That's great.
Yeah, just a little taste of it, and just to see what it's like.
Where do you guys get some of your ideas for your vacations? I
Google.
think like many of your trips are really, really dope. Is it something you catch on television? You're just like, hey, that's something we should probably plan for. What inspires you guys?
It's all of the above. Seriously, I mean, you see a special on TV, or you read about it, or there'll be something on the internet, and we'll just go check it out.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I read an article once about this national park in Alaska, and it's called Wrangell St. Elias, and it's actually the largest national park in the U.S. Okay?
Oh, wow.
But it's the least least visited.
Interesting.
Yeah, if you can picture Alaska, like the main body of it, right in this like bottom right corner, right before it goes down to that long arm, where Juneau is. In that bottom right corner is the entire national park.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and there's only 2 roads in the whole park, and from those roads you can see about 10% of the park. And so, I mean, we actually you can drive there from Anchorage, but they said it's a crazy drive.
Okay.
But you actually can fly in, and then there's a lodge in the national park, which right in front of the lodge is the glacier.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so when we walked on the glacier and we did hiking. We did,
walk on a glacier. That's dope.
Yeah, and it's an old copper mine. It's one at the time in the early 1900s. It was the largest copper producing mine in the world.
Did you see any bears while you were there?
Yeah.
It's funny you
Great
ask
question.
because on the glacier hike, my Mary was not into cold.
I don't blame her.
Yeah, so she didn't want to go on the glacier hike. So she actually went. So my 3 daughters and I did. Mary went on a hike by herself up the mountain, which
Oh, boy.
yeah, and she saw a bear like across the valley on the other side of the mountain.
Oh dear. Like that's still too close for me.
No.
Yeah.
That's still like, oh, I see a bear 15 miles away. It's 15 damn miles too close.
Let me tell you something. Those bears can cover ground real quick,
Yes.
too. And you're not faster than a bear. I want to reiterate that as well.
You haven't seen my diet regimen, so I don't know about that.
We have a message coming in. It was via text. It's our friend. I won't even get to say. We'll make sure they get here. There's another podcast that has a black co-host and a white co-host, and
Excuse me?
they're saying that there's a new sheriff in town
Oh,
on
boy.
that. So keep an eye out for that. We've got a rivalry building. I just wanted to make note of it.
Man, you know what? They won. They can have it.
Oh, you're just turning over? You think they'll let me be on their
That's
show?
just it.
They don't have Dr. Ed, though.
They do not have Dr. Ed.
Dang, yeah. What's your education level? We have a doctor.
We have a doctor. We didn't go to school for it, but we have one.
Let's.
Doctor Ed. The good doctor is in.
He's making up for it by double dipping into the drop.
Oh my gosh, do you feel good about that?
I love your jersey, by the way.
Thank you.
He's rocking an Expos jersey for those of you just
Vladimir
listening.
Guerrero.
Yeah, I couldn't see the name. I thought maybe it was Larry Walker or something. But
Vladdy is my favorite baseball player of all time. All time.
How do you feel about the Blue Jays keeping his son in the minors to make him less money whenever he's very clearly one of the bright stars in Major League Baseball?
Dr. Ed is here, so I'll keep it clean. It's BS. BS. Not surprising, but he's. All right, no.
Yeah, he's
He
about
gets
to
upset. Look at it, Dr. Ed. Yeah.
Whoa, here we go. Oh, boy.
See him the other day he had like a one-handed home run.
That's too bad.
Like flicked his wrist back. The video's all over.
Yeah.
Gardner just showed me what I look like when we're playing, dogs on.
Dogs on film, and you get
What he's
upset.
like-
Yeah, it's troubling. It's very. You guys,
Pulp Fiction's got an 83.
Dr. Ed, and this is off the cuff, so I don't even know if you have any examples. What is the worst complaint, most ridiculous complaint you've gotten from somebody has come in and not been happy with service? It's 99.9% good vibes at Hillside, but there's always somebody, no matter who you are, if you're the best restaurant in the world, if you're the best mechanic shop in the world, someone comes in with a ridiculous point at some time. Can you think of anything someone complained about that their little fluff ball was mistreated or something in all your years owning Hillside Animal?
Yeah, just I had a client who, after we were done with the exam, and he said that I didn't examine his animal, and I said, well, surely I did, and I said, I'm the type of guy, I'm talking through the whole procedure, but
Take my own dogs
I
in
have
there.
my hands
Sure.
on the dog. I listen with my stethoscope, and I probably, one of the things I've learned is you need to verbalize what you're doing.
Ah,
to the
right.
client.
You're like,
And
hey,
that
I'm
was-
using year 7 of my schooling with my fingers right now as I'm feeling their abdomen.
Right, but he afterwards he was very upset, and he said he didn't want to pay because he said I didn't examine his animal, and he said he was going to call the police, and I said,
What?
yeah, and he actually did. He called the police,
What?
and the police
I
showed
keep
up.
waiting for a punchline.
No,
This is weird. This is
Yeah.
real.
And I'm like, and I can, the police came in and they what happened, and I told him what happened, and the guy, they took the guy outside, and he's like, and I could just see it. What are you in for? Oh, failure to examine.
What was the police officer's reaction?
Oh, they were shaking their heads, and they finally they took him outside. They came back.
And this is in St. Louis?
Yeah.
So those police officers didn't have anything serious to attend to then. We're crime-free in this town.
So they said, look, we've already done like the fecal exam on the dog, and I said, we can't take that back. And
Put it back in the dog?
well, the guy said, the policeman said, look, are you willing to compromise on this? I said, yes, just to get him out of here.
Right.
So,
What
Is
a
that-
bizarre
Is
interaction.
that person, would you say they're banned for life?
oh yeah.
Yeah, have to be.
What a very
fire-
bizarre
we fire
interaction.
clients.
Yeah.
Oh, as one I would hope some businesses do, but that is such a bizarre interaction to have with a customer, for them to call the cops as you literally basically probably have fecal matter still on your gloves. Like, what are you talking about, sir? I didn't examine your animal.
Anybody
I have
change their
physical
mind?
evidence.
Anybody change their mind as the syringe empties during a euthanasia? Hey, wait a minute.
That is
Man.
fascinating.
You know, but
So,
that-
for the record, white people call the cops.
Who said he
On
was
other
white?
people. He was white. He called the cops.
Dr. Ed, confirmation?
No comment.
Oh!
So, but it was a lesson for us, because seriously, you want the clients to know what
Right.
value they're getting for what they're paying. So so now I always try to verbalize, hey, the heart and lungs sound great, belly feels fine, things like that as I'm doing it.
Dr. Ed. Booting a guy. I can't believe the police came.
Do you need security? Do you need me to start? Because I can show up. I'll be a bouncer at an animal hospital. That'd be.
Yeah, right. If a Labrador over 100 pound comes in, you're going to go, oh.
I mean, that's your dog.
I get that dog.
I mean, get that dog.
Is that dog allowed back with a good owner? He's still a good boy, right? That's from the Facebook comments. Dr. Ed, answer the question, please.
That's the age-old question. What if they never find out who's a good boy?
Man,
Good point.
that is great. We do. We have other Facebook comments coming in. We're about to do some dogs on film. If you guys want to participate in that, just throw in your percentages, answers, participation into the Facebook live stream. And again, check out Hillside Animal Hospital here in St. Louis. Take your dogs by there. I can't say enough good things about him. Take both my dogs there, and he even takes care of overweight dogs. I'll just say that. Huh? Right? Good, everybody? You want to do some dogs on film? I think we need a win. I think I need to step up.
You haven't won since we've
Since the
started
new
the
studios.
reimagination.
Yep.
Dr. Ed is undefeated. It's time for us to get on the board. It's time for Dogs on Film. God, that's so brilliant.
Dogs on Film, we guess which film, not always dog themed, has the higher Rotten Tomatoes score. Chris Gardner brings in the star of our show, Sean, from Rosie's Bar. What's Sean's occupation right now?
Well, he bartends at Mo Bar and Grill on Sundays. He does some work at Lucha, which is right over here in the Grand Center area. And, takes trash out for people for
Yeah.
money. Does a lot of different things.
I have to answer a question from this Facebook live stream. And Dr. Ed, if you want to give your medical opinion on this, are you the overweight dog, Chris? Need real insurance so you can stop going to the vet instead of a human doctor?
What he's suggesting is that Dr. Ed's a mob boss doctor, and he's not.
Team Cigna. Team Cigna.
There you
I'll
go.
say
Big
that.
boy getting big health care. There you go.
Big? Is that a fat joke?
No, no
a
comment.
lot of clients a lot of dogs end up looking like their clients. So
That's tough. That's tough. Once,
I hope I
once
don't end
proud,
up looking like our cats.
Yeah, the cat's
with
pretty-
the wobbly cat syndrome. Yeah, that's tough. Okay, what do we got, Gardner?
All right, we got 6 movies, 3 pairs of movies. We'll pit one movie against another. You guys have to guess which one has the higher score in Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
And you get a point if you get it right. After all those movies are done, we see if anyone has one score better than the other out of you 3. Then if you do, then you're a winner. If we have ties, we have a tiebreaker movie as well. Now, throughout, I might decide if I want to give you guys a right answer, tell you you're right on a particular movie. You'll hear,
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
and sometimes I might want to tell you you're wrong. Now, we don't have just dog-themed movies. We have different themes throughout the segment. However, the first theme for today will be dog movies. We're revisiting some that
look
we've
at
done
us.
about a year ago.
Oh, my.
So there will be dog themes for this first pairing of movies if you guys are ready.
I stopped by a kick-ass bar. I'll throw them a free plug. The Doghouse in Soulard. It's a dog-themed bar.
Yeah.
We're going to do some live dogs on film there. I'm just putting it out into the world, just so you know. Talked to their owner yesterday. Working on that right now.
Where's
So,
that one?
Soulard.
Doghouse. You've been in the doghouse before, Dr. Ed?
Oh yeah.
Oh, my.
How does that work? How do super intellectual couples fight in a house like that where both of you have a doctor in front of your name? Does it get really tech? Is it like an outtake from Frasier? Like that's a very serious question. Is it high level?
You really expect me to answer that question?
Right, I'm about to say, man.
Now,
Do I look stupid?
All right, so,
Dr.
See?
Ed,
See, you didn't fall.
what
for
you
it.
should have asked Chris is, well, how many episodes of Frasier have you seen?
that would have been the right question.
Got it. Okay. Let's do some dogs on film.
All right. Dog movies for this first pairing. Here you go.
All Dogs Go to Heaven, 1989, drama fantasy, 1 hour, 29 minutes. In this animated feature, canine casino owner Charlie, Burt Reynolds, is killed by gambler Carface, Vic Tayback, but returns to Earth from heaven thanks to the powers of a magical rewindable watch. Charlie sets out to take his revenge on Carface, but by means of an elaborate plan that involves an orphan girl, Annie Marie, Judith Barcy. But as the plan progresses, Charlie discovers that Anne Marie is being exploited by Carface. Charlie must decide whether to change his mission from one of revenge to one of rescue.
Rough?
Wake up. I'm a little rough today. I'm very rough today. I worked yesterday, and then I got home last night, and Kathy and I stayed up watching bad TV until who knows when. Kathy's still asleep.
It's your first one.
Was that part of the storyline?
It's just us talking.
Okay, must have missed that part of the movie.
Thank you.
So All Dogs Go to Heaven. Here you go with your second one.
Turner and Hooch, 1989. Action buddy cop film. 1 hour, 39 minutes. Detective Scott Turner, Tom Hanks, is an uptight, by-the-book police officer who hopes to leave his sleepy California town and work in the big city. When his friend Amos Reed, John McIntyre, the proprietor of a junkyard, is killed, Turner reluctantly inherits the man's dog. Realizing that the canine may be able to help him solve the murder case, Turner attempts to adjust to life with the big dog, resulting in much household destruction and unwelcome chaos.
Did you guys know what kind of dog that was in the movie?
Dog de Bordeaux.
Yep.
A what?
I couldn't tell you who the president was 3 terms ago.
But you absolutely knew the answer to that one. That's
Dog,
weird.
dog de Bordeaux. It's like a French Mastiff.
Oh, Jesus.
Of the Mastiff family.
Why don't they just call it a French Mastiff?
Thank you. Why are the French so damn complicated? For no reason at all.
Oh,
All
my.
right, so what are our 2 movies again?
It is All Dogs Go to Heaven versus Turner and Hooch.
I'll go first. Boy, we need to get back to writing these down. I feel like you guys are going to cheat off my great answers. I'm going to go with Turner and Hooch because I think this is before the resurgence of the love for animated films. And All Dogs Go to Heaven, while it plays well, it's not going to fall under that Pixar category where they're all 90% and above. That's my thought. Turner and Hooch has Tom Hanks and a dog. We were more into action buddy cop films back then. Tom Hanks and Turner and Hooch is my choice.
I'm going to go with All Dogs Go to Heaven.
I'm with Dr. Ed on this one. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go with that
I don't
as
know
well.
why.
Did you guys like that spread with Burt Reynolds on the cover of Playgirl? Remember that one? No?
There
Yeah.
you go, Dr. Ed. We just
Killed
don't
the
even-
room.
We don't even just have to answer.
Sorry,
that.
guys.
I
Because
remember.
We know better. I bet y'all do. So,
All right.
we're going with All Dogs Go to Heaven.
All right, All Dogs Go to Heaven for Travis and Dr. Ed. Chris is going with Turner and Hooch. Chris?
Don't act like you know more than 2 characters' names in that movie.
Turner and Hooch.
Carface and Dog.
Turner and Hooch, a 54.
Wow. Yeah.
All Dogs Go to Heaven, a 55.
See?
Wow.
At least I was partially right.
It was
Give
close.
Me that. Yeah.
Partially right. You were wrong.
There was
You're
not
in your
rep-
wrong. Stay in your wrongness.
No, I was kind of right.
You were.
There was not as much reverence for animated films.
That
back
is
then.
not how tests work.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Well, teacher, I did get the right answer, but
See
I
why
was
never,
close.
see why I never get sent to the principal's office?
I see now. I understand.
See Chris going to his teacher in high school. Well, do your research. All right. So Dr. Ed and Travis each have 1. Chris did not get that one right. He had 0 as we move on to our second pairing of Mel Brooks movies. Mel Brooks movies.
When does the woke movement come after Mel for his amazing comedies that touched on race and everything else?
But that's the thing. He did it well.
Ooh.
He did it correctly. He
Save
took
this
the-
quote because someone will go after him.
That's fine.
And he'll
I'll
probably be,
ready, but you
104
don't
when they
disrespect Mel
decide to.
Brooks.
Thank you. Good for you. All right, sorry. Go
I'll
ahead.
remember that. All right. So Mel Brooks movies for this second pairing. Here you
Okay.
go, guys.
Ready? High Anxiety. High Anxiety. 1977 thriller mystery. 1 hour, 35 minutes. Just after becoming the director of the Psychoneurotic Institute for the very, very nervous Dr. Richard H. Thorndike, Mel Brooks, is greeted by a series of mysterious events when his colleagues, including the militaristic and mustachioed nurse Diesel, Cloris Leachman, become leery of his questions. They accuse him of murder. Thorndike's own mental health comes into question when he struggles to clear his name in the midst of a crippling bout of a condition known as high anxiety. I like Mel Brooks. Who doesn't?
Thank you, Sean. He's correct.
All right.
Who doesn't like Mel Brooks?
So high anxiety is your first one.
Okay.
Here's your second one.
Spaceballs, 1987, fantasy parody film, 1 hour, 36 minutes. In a distant galaxy, planet Spaceball has depleted its air supply, leaving its citizens relying on a product called Perrier. In desperation, Spaceball's leader, President Scroob, Mel Brooks, orders the evil Dark Helmet, Rick Moranis, to kidnap Princess Vespa, Daphne Zuniga, Daphne Zuniga of oxygen-rich Droidia, and hold her hostage in exchange for air. But help arrives for the princess in the form of a renegade space pilot, Lone Star, Bill Pullman, and his half-man, half-dog partner, Barf, John Candy.
The other day, it was 25 years since John Candy passed away.
Is that right?
It's been 25 years.
Yeah,
That's
you know,
crazy.
that's why Kathy had on her little Facebook machine. They had a little tribute on her little Facebook.
Yeah.
Somebody sent her, and she was
Facebook
crying.
machine.
You like the producers?
Sure, I like the producers.
Because it's springtime.
What?
For Hitler.
Is that what's happening? This is what you guys do in the studio?
This is literally on company time, and that's a company product. That is
Who was that singing?
Well, Sean and
Sean
Gardner.
and Gardner.
Oh.
Yeah.
We should hook you up with the Kranzberg Foundation, get you a two-man show.
Producers? We can do the producers? I don't think we can.
By the way, how pure was the cocaine in the 80s to come up with Spaceballs? Good lordy.
Did you used to prescribe cocaine to dogs as
Hey,
a medicine?
Hey.
People did.
Yeah.
People doctors did.
Yeah, in ER.
Yeah.
You,
Oh,
you come
okay.
in with a nosebleed, they'd make you snort it.
Oh, well,
They actually still have medicinal cocaine,
Yeah,
don't they,
it's
for
a
something?
vasoconstrictor.
it's weird. My nose has been bleeding all week. All right, so what are our options?
It is high anxiety versus Spaceballs.
Is everybody here seeing High Anxiety? I have not.
Yeah.
I have
really?
not.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I have not.
Is it? Do we need to see it?
Oh yeah, it's a
Yeah.
spoof on all the Hitchcock movies.
Oh, really? Okay,
very
I
nice.
definitely have to check it
Yeah,
out
the
then.
scene with the shower scene from Psycho is just a classic.
All
It's
right,
very
cool.
good.
When
All
they
right.
recreate that and the birds. And
Oh, so they really do
yeah,
entire
they spoof
spoofs,
all
huh?
of them.
Okay,
Gardner's
okay,
probably
check it
seen
out.
it 12 times.
I've seen it. Sean did challenge me. He's like, "Oh, what? You're too scared to do Blazing Saddles? Oh, you won't go there, huh?" Wait, I go. We've already done that one. Oh, okay.
Trav, what do you got?
I am going with Spaceballs.
I'm going with the wild card here. The John Candy stuff is too good. There's too much going on. I feel like Gardner's trying to be tricky and play our emotions. High Anxiety is my choice.
You had me fooled there. I thought you were going
Yeah,
with
me
the
too.
Yeah,
Me
space.
too.
No, I'm going to go with high anxiety also.
Oh, interesting. This should be. This will ultimately determine which direction the rest of the show goes.
Folks like us stick together.
Travis,
Wait, what?
you are the lone star for Spaceballs. It is high anxiety. Spaceballs at 58. High anxiety at 75.
Wow.
Did you guys ever see Silent Movie by Mel Brooks?
No, I haven't.
I haven't seen Silent Movie.
I've seen part of it, and I was young and thought I was like, I can't watch this. I
Oh,
don't
my
think.
God. There's one person says a word in Silent Movie.
And it's a very well. Is it very well placed?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
sure.
now I have to see it.
One person says a word. It's
All
the
right.
only spoken word in the movie.
Really?
We'll just have to have a Mel
Okay,
Brooks
now-
day here.
oh,
to make
absolutely.
this
You
media.
want to wait till you
I want to
see
wait to see it.
I'll
now because I
actually
feel
watch
like,
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
I will actually go back and see it.
We were
okay.
I had considered using History of the World Part 1 in there.
That would have been a good one.
I had seen that one, and for like a year after I saw that, I'm like, oh, I've got to see Part 2, not knowing there wasn't one. And my dad played on that for like a year on me. He's like, oh, you should go to Blockbuster, try and find Part 2. I can't find it anywhere, Dad. And that's my father.
Yeah, Travis said you asked who doesn't like Mel Brooks.
Right.
Yeah, you've never met my wife.
Oh, really? No, that's interesting.
Blazing Saddles comes on. She knows to just leave the house.
I'm going to the mall. I'll be back.
Young Frankenstein. I mean,
She just knows. It's like,
yeah.
I'm going to go do some yard work. All right, so now that means Dr. Ed's up to 1-1.
Yes.
So he has technically won today's event.
No, there's one more.
Oh, there's one more left?
How
I
long
thought
you
we
been
did
doing the
three.
show?
if we have a time.
Guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I got a concussion on my way into work.
I use that excuse.
Okay.
It
This
was
is what happens when you
Dr.
get
Ed,
into the
can-
bottle of Jameson
I
before
was
the
like,
show.
Dr. Ed, can you
concussion, aka whiskey.
Can you take a look at him after the show? Can you do an examination? Thank
We
you.
had a cat with a concussion the other day.
Cat with a concussion?
Seriously.
Okay. Did you take care of it or just see
Just
ya?
prescribe it with a helmet. Like, here you go. Make sure you watch out for that
No, I'm sorry.
defensive end on
I'm
the
sorry.
outside.
It was an upper body injury.
Upper
Yes,
body.
yes.
There we go. That's
this-
how we get ready for hockey. The playoffs are
this
around
cat,
the corner.
This cat is employed by the Blues then.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
The hockey veterinarian, Dr. Edmund.
You can technically be a physician with a hockey team. You can just upper body injury, man. He just
Yeah.
he gonna miss about a month. about
Would
it.
you have you been asked to take care of Barclay, the dog for the Blues?
No, I'd love
Do you want us to get you in? Because we can get you in.
We have
can,
an
you
in.
can be the official vet of the St. Louis Blues. We can make that happen.
I got one of the Blues who's a client.
Oh, nice.
What's he come in for?
What does Vladimir Tarasenko bring in to your
Dr. Ed,
hospital?
he's not a dog. All right, what's the last one?
All right. Last pairing, kind of religious sci-fi-ish type movies.
Is there a dog involved?
Not that I'm aware of.
Great game. Dogs on film.
Yeah, I kind of ran out of those. That's what this pairing is. That's what the theme is here. So here's your first one.
Stigmata, depending on where you're from. 1999 thriller cult film, 1 hour 49 minutes. A young
Not good
woman,
for us
a
that
young
grew up
woman
Catholic.
with no strong religious beliefs, Frankie Page, Patricia Arquette, begins having strange and violent experiences, showing signs of the wounds that Jesus received when crucified. When the Vatican gets word of Frankie's situation, a high-ranking cardinal, Jonathan Price, requests that the Reverend Andrew Kiernan, Gabriel Byrne, investigate her case. Soon, Kiernan realizes that that very sinister forces are at work and tries to rescue Frankie from the entity that is plaguing her. It was spooky for a minute. I only watched about 20 minutes of it, but then I changed it.
What'd you change it to?
I don't know.
Young and the Restless?
Oh, man. Oh, that's really getting hot right now. Young and the Restless.
boy.
Everybody's going to jail. Whole set's going. I mean, the whole cast is going to jail. It's crazy. Anyway.
So are we
He
reviewing
loves Young and the Restless.
Young and the Restless?
Oh, yeah,
Is that
he
our
loves it.
option? Okay.
So Stigmata.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
Yeah, exactly. It's going against another, I guess, religious sci-fi type movie. This one's going to take Sean a second to get through. He really struggled with this one.
Boy, God help us. Oh boy.
So here you go.
The Prophecy, 1995 fantasy thriller, 1 hour 38 minutes. Evil angel Gabriel, Christopher Walken, has come to Earth to strengthen his powers by claiming the wicked spirit of a psychotic veteran. The benevolent angel Simon, Eric Stoltz, wants to stop that from happening, so hides the man's spirit where Gabriel would least expect to find it, in a little goyle, Mariah Shining Dove Snyder. Caught in a cosmic battle in which even Lucifer, Viggo Mortensen,
Jesus Christ.
Viggo Mortensen plays a part. I can't talk anymore. A liturgically minded cop, Elias Codius moves heaven and earth to protect a child. Got a great cast. I don't know if I ever saw that.
That was Eric Stoltz's heyday.
Yeah, I mean, he's done a lot of stuff. That Stoltz got around. Thought he'd be done after Mask. But no, see what a little plastic surgery can do.
Oh, boy.
My favorite is when he's a drug dealer.
All right. So you have
Sean
Did
is
we
the
just
best
get
thing
the
about our
entire
show.
IMDb of Eric Stoltz?
We had a lengthy discussion on Eric Stoltz in here the other day.
You know, that's a podcast I think that's missing from the mark. An Eric Stoltz podcast. Just nothing but Eric Stoltz hits. That's outstanding.
Forever known as the guy that got fired off of finishing filming for Back to the Future.
Yeah, had to bring in Michael J. Fox.
Yeah. Either that or a significant amount had been filmed, and they were like, we're good.
Yeah, they showed the first 20 minutes of the movie to studio execs, and they were like, nah, we need somebody else. And they brought in Michael J. Fox, and the rest is history.
Never heard that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eric Stoltz was Marty McFly initially, and they brought in Michael J. Fox, and I think it actually was a studio exec that had enough sway that even convinced Steven Spielberg to be like, look, Steven, I love you, I trust you, but
I think-
Stoltz isn't going to do it. And
I think
according
history
to
speaks
lore, they
I think
brought in
history
Michael J.
speaks
Fox.
against that choice. That was a terrible choice. Yeah.
That's a great trivia category, by the way. You know, guys who
Mark it
turned
down.
down.
Oh, who
roles.
could have been?
Oh,
I don't-
absolutely. Yeah,
You ever watch
absolutely.
any of the Office outtakes of actors that could have played iconic characters? That's wild.
And recently, Will Smith just discussed in a video for his YouTube channel how he turned down the role of Neo in The Matrix.
Yeah.
He said it was explained to him, and the way that it was explained to him, he was like, nah, I'm good. I'm not going to. This sounds absolutely stupid. And he says, he admits it was a dumb mistake, but at the same time, he would have ruined The Matrix, as now everyone, of course, loves it with Keanu Reeves.
What about Will Smith as in Django Unchained instead of Jamie
Jamie
Foxx?
He also turned that one down as well.
Right. Do you think it would have been equally as good?
I think the movie would have been better with Will Smith, but that's just
Better?
but that's not a knock against Jamie Foxx. I just think seeing Will Smith in that particular role would have made a movie.
Django fan?
I've seen. I actually just saw it just recently for the first time.
nice.
One of my
Yeah.
favorites. Oh
very,
my god.
very, very violent film.
Yeah.
But very entertaining, nevertheless. Mm-hmm. All right, so now we have to choose between these two movies.
Stigmata and the Prophecy.
Dr. Ed, have at it.
I'm going to go with The Prophecy.
I'm going with The Prophecy as well. It's Christopher Walken.
Stigmata genuinely scared me as a Catholic in the general St. Louis region.
When she
I
would
had-
start speaking like,
It's one of those things that you're literally taught in youth group or whatever else. Like, no, that could happen. And it happened 50 minutes north of where we're at right now. What? What about it?
So you're
That's
going with
horrifying.
So Chris
as a teenager.
Chris is going for
Come on, Stigmata.
You need it for the time.
Trying to
am I
force
correct?
overtime.
All right,
Yeah.
here we go.
All right, Chris, going with Stigmata against the Prophecy. Stigmata 22,
Damn.
the Prophecy
Bad film.
43.
Wow. Dr.
43.
Ed, does it feel good picking on us lesser-minded individuals for a second week in a row?
You know, this is fun. I don't know, how much skill is involved.
Look how humble
What's
he
more
is.
difficult, winning this against real sharp minds like us or operating on a French bulldog?
French Mastiff.
Oh, French Mastiff.
Thank
Yes,
you.
exactly. Look at him. He's an
Exactly.
everyman, too. He doesn't even call it Doug de Bordeaux. What would they feed a Doug de Bordeaux? Hamburger?
Does your dog bite?
Did you want the tiebreaker?
Let's hear the tiebreaker.
Yeah, we
Sean
like the
came all the way
tiebreaker.
over
Yeah.
during
All
his
right.
incredibly busy employment and to record this. So let's hear the tiebreaker.
And we do have to remind people to check out Hillside Animal Hospital. This is an every week thing. We do this awesome segment. Dr. Ed's kind enough to grace us with his presence, and you need to be kind enough to grace him with yours and your pet's presence at Hillside Animal Hospital. Full service veterinary medical facility. And the Gateway Pet Guardians current location is right next door to him. He's done so much for that great rescue organization, and we love working with Dr. Ed. So support his business so he keeps working with us.
This would have been the tiebreaker. I alluded to it last week, and we'll give it to you guys this week. Let's see what you can do. We would have used this, just for people that don't know how this goes. They have to guess closest to the actual score. It's not pitted against another movie. It's just one movie. Guess closest to the actual score on Rotten Tomatoes. Here you go.
And now for the tiebreaker, a classic, Papillon, 1973, drama crime, 2
Papillon.
hours, 31 minutes. Convicted murderer Henri Charrier, Steve McQueen, known as Papillon for his butterfly chest tattoo, is transported to French Guiana to serve his sentence in a work camp. Determined to escape, Papillon forms an unlikely relationship with the frail but notorious forger Louis Degas, Dustin Hoffman, who reluctantly joins in the attempt. Despite the harshness of the solitary confinement, brutal conditions, and constant threats of betrayal, Papillon leads a desperate escape off the island. Well, and that concludes this week's... Yeah, I gotta get back to the lovely wife, and I gotta go to the bathroom.
Do you really have to go?
Yes, I really do.
All right, go to the bathroom.
Thank you.
Jesus.
There you go.
Thank you, Sean.
Papillon.
Papillon, I am going with 65%.
65 from Travis.
93.
93 from Chris.
73.
73 from Dr. Ed. It's actually 83. So what would we have done there?
Oh, Chris, you said 93?
Yeah, I think it's obvious I win.
So would we say without going over?
No, it's technically without going over.
Yeah, if we do the Price is Right
We
rules.
do the Price is Right rules, Dr. Ed.
If you want to be controlled by the Church of Barker,
Price is Right rules are kind of BS, though, too.
I agree.
I will fight against those.
We do not have a,
That's a thing? People fight
hatchback
against
Kia
that?
to give away, so yeah.
It didn't matter this week, but it's 83 for Papillon.
Interesting.
83.
All right, so
I
we
watched
can,
the ending of that the other day, just while I was looking at it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll tell you what we'll do. We'll give you guys one more chance to get fair or foul submissions in. The topic today, wearing jeans to a wedding, which I'll tell you I have done, and doesn't always work out in your
Dr. Ed,
favor.
have you ever gone to a wedding where people were wearing jeans?
Yes.
And your thoughts were?
I think it depends on the it's kind of hard to make a
Regular
blanket
wedding, non-hay bales involved in a church.
Yeah, probably not if it's in a church.
Thank you, Dr. Ed.
So email your topics, WAL, W-A-L, at weareliveradio.com. We'll read them. We'll pick a winner. $10 to Southtown Pub is your prize. What are you giggling about?
I was just thinking of the scenarios there for that. It's a traditional wedding. Not just any church. It's in St. Ambrose. Are you walking into St. Ambrose with jeans on?
Yeah, you got to do it right.
Hey, I went to 6:30 mass this morning to get for Ash Wednesday in my sweatpants. So
Oh, okay. All right.
That's fair.
full disclosure.
Yeah,
They
that's
must be
fair.
doing a very light ashing this year.
I was coming from the gym,
Yeah,
so I went
of
there,
course.
and I think God would understand that I needed a shower before I came in here. I'm not going to stay with the ashes and not shower.
They just wash around the ass.
Yeah, I really think he would understand.
Okay.
That's outstanding.
Dr. Ed from Hillside Animal Hospital will let him
Struck
get out
down
of
on the
here.
way out of here.
That's what you'll get for a shower wing.
Support Hillside by taking your pet in. It's a convenient South City location near the Hill, Chettleton, Dogtown, the Grove. They're right there in the middle of it all. Thank you so much for coming in, Dr. Ed. We have a blast every week.
Yep.
See you
Thanks,
next
guys.
week, sir.
Sure.
We'll take a quick break. Be right back with Fair or Foul.
We are live, live, live. We are live, live, live. We are live, live, live. We are live.
Welcome back to We Are Live. Chris Denman, Travis Trail. Huge thanks to our friend Dr. Ed from Hillside Animal Hospital for coming in. Look forward to some live Dogs on Film events coming up in the near future. Right now, you have time to get a couple minutes to get your fair or foul submissions in. Already got a bunch of good ones. Looks like there's one in there from the JVL Jackal, who we said is now part of our WAL security detail after having met him in person. Several others. We've got some of the great CL Hollander. Join in. Send us an email, your thoughts on wearing jeans to a wedding. WAL at weareliveradio.com. You win $10 to Southtown Pub, which you could then use at Comedy tomorrow night. South City, free comedy Thursday, brought to you by us. That's right. Some of the best comics in town.
Nice.
Need to let you guys know about Buzz's Hawaiian Grill. You know what? Where's aloha come from when they say it, Travis?
Hawaii.
Nope, their heart.
No. I guess I stand corrected.
Wonderful family business. It's going to be warm this weekend. You need to go to their Facebook page, check their locations. That's right, Buzz's Hawaiian Grill. Recommend to you the poke, which is fantastic. They've got all kinds of different meals from Hawaii. Very authentic, very delicious. And if it's cold, warm, whatever, they've got an option for everything. Highly recommend them. They won our first ever Food Truck Awareness Month because of all the support you all gave them and all the love they got from the community. Buzz's Hawaiian Grill, your favorite food truck in town, baby. Check it out.
And we're getting there, folks, here in St. Louis. It has been a very brutal winter. We're in the first week of March, and but I believe there's going to be some 40 to 50 degree days on our horizon.
Right around the corner.
And so get you some Buzz Hawaiian Grill. Eat it up.
Getting warm just in time for St. Patrick's Day, so everybody will be extra ready to party.
Oh, good God,
Yeah,
yes.
look for that. What did you want to get into before Fair
It was
Foul?
a really cool conversation that took place, again, on Twitter, as most good conversations
I'll
take
be
place.
the judge of that.
But there was talk of who was your celebrity crush growing up.
I've got one name in mind.
And you actually end up telling on yourself age-wise by your answer. But here are some of the more popular ones that jumped out. Tim Carmody on Twitter asked the question, who are your biggest celebrity crushes? You see right there, Whitney Houston, number one. Svetlana Bonsakaya. Kill that
And
one,
don't
too.
lie. Don't, in
Nigella
retrospect,
Lawson.
pick a cooler name either. Like, who was it? Who was it
Who was it for
really?
you?
Kathy Ireland. Not even close.
That makes a
Not
ton of sense.
even
Was it because
close.
necessary roughness?
That was a cherry on top. Big
Okay.
fan of her. What was it, Sports Illustrated she was part
Yes,
of?
she
Probably.
was. She's one of the
I don't know
first,
which
in fact.
came from, but whatever it was, her posters were available in the local Walmart Supercenter. So that happened. And then Necessary Roughness, and I was a huge fan of Quantum Leap, right?
That makes
Scott
sense.
Bakula goes to that. So and it has to do with football, loved sports, right? And then she's in Necessary Roughness. That just kind of closed, it cemented it.
Kathy, anyone else?
That's the one that you're like, oh, her. That's how it was.
Nice.
But I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm sure there were others, but definitely her.
I had a few. I think it was, you had Wendy, of course.
Alex Mack.
You had-
Alex Mack, remember her?
Oh, yeah.
Age appropriate crush.
Yeah, I was a big crush on Wendy from the Wonder Years. I had a
Yeah, that's like if you were. Yeah, that's everybody.
You
right?
had, of course, Denise on the Cosby Show, played, of course, by Zoe Kravitz's mother, Lisa Bonet. I was a big fan of Regina King. Of course, that was the 227 heyday. Then I was also the biggest one of them all, though, was Tatiana Ali, a.k.a. Ashley Banks from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She, during the final seasons of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, she grew up, and boy, did she grow up.
Boy, that sounds creepy now.
Yeah, it really does.
you've really
And she
filled
still,
out.
and she still looks fine as hell. So those were mine celebrity crushes growing up. Who did you have, Guardsy?
Well, one that was a little bit older than me. My only Hall of Famer is Elizabeth Hurley.
That's smart. That's a good call. That's a good one. She's still prime today.
Jessica Biel.
Big. You were a big Seventh Heaven guy, were you?
I watched Seventh Heaven. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I know why you did.
I did watch Seventh Heaven.
From the Black Sheep.
Mandy Moore.
Oh,
Mandy
yeah,
Moore.
I mean, come on.
you
That's
can't. Mandy Moore was
that's not
almost
really a
everyone.
kid celebrity crush. That was more like I wish I could date her because we're the same age or older.
Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett
Same
always
thing.
top.
Come on, man. What about the Pink Ranger for the Black Sheep?
Pink Ranger was solid. Pink Ranger was Kimberly. I believe that was her name. That's all I can remember.
I was the age or too cool for Power Rangers, and I just made fun of that stuff. But I'm upset that I didn't enjoy it because I remember being like, "This is dumb as shit."
No, yeah. We had some solid Topanga from Boy Meets
Topanga's
World.
up there,
She was
I think
everyone. She was a lot of people's
I
first.
think in retrospect, she's getting more love. At the time, she's like, "She's a dork. I don't like her."
But again, Topanga went through what Tatiana Ali went through. You grew up on television.
now. You're an old
and
man now. Don't describe it too hard.
That really sounds weird. But in the moment, like, because you grew up with them at the same age, that's what I'm essentially trying to get at.
Yeah.
But when she became, when she got older,
That's why
and you
Alyssa
got-
Milano is gonna people
Yes.
a little bit older than me are gonna have. I mean, how many are gonna have Alyssa Milano?
Yeah,
a ton
most.
of people, and she looks amazing today.
I'll throw Rachel Lee Cook in there too.
Oh my God! You know what? That was the thing in the late '90s. where you
Rhonda
just
from
take-
Up All Night on USA.
Don't do it, Gardner.
I asked Gilbert Gottfried about her. He's like,
She's like 74 now, so if you want to masturbate to her, you can. That's kind of a weird question.
She was in Playboy.
We got to get Gilbert Gottfried back in here just
Yeah.
because we've literally had last 2 weeks we've had stories from comedians
love
about
Gilbert
Gilbert Gottfried. I just love that he's
Rhonda?
on mainstay.
She's in her 70s.
And then Chris had to tell other
Well, I mean,
comedians
you know, at the time-
he steals nuts.
He didn't steal.
Gilbert Gottfried steals nuts. You blasted Gilbert Gottfried.
I didn't
on
blast
our-
him.
You did. You
I may
told
have
Jay
heard-
Farrell. Now Jay Farrell's going to tell everyone at SNL.
No.
Gilbert Gottfried
No.
steals nuts. So keep away your nuts when he's on your set.
I was made aware by a certain Brillo-headed podcaster that we have familiarities with, that when Gilbert comes in, he will take liberty with the snacks that you put out.
You're such an
So
ass.
I set a trap.
It was.
I was really happy, and I was happy that he got him.
He did
but
take the.
it paid
we
off.
absolutely did.
I
The
was
payoff
so
huge.
happy that he
That
did.
was a big
because
payoff.
I
And
love
he
the guy.
He was so excited to have it.
He was
but just
putting
the
them in his
simple
bag
fact that
and
now
then-
you're putting them on blast. Gilbert Gottfried likes nuts. He likes free. It's Gilbert Gottfried.
like,
the
is he
Aflac
a
duck.
walnut?
He is. Was the first walnuts.
Yeah.
Like, Gilbert, do you really need 2 bottles of water?
You get thirsty.
Neither
Let
one
that
of them
man
are
be.
open.
It's
Neither of
Gilbert
them are
Gottfried.
open,
He
man.
was in Problem Child. Let that man have his glory.
I shot this stupid video for you guys. Is there anything to eat here?
We got to jump into fair or foul. Let's first, before we do, let's jump into the melee first. See, I'm not that drunk.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, what was today's melee question?
Listen. Freed in the comments letting us know in his documentary about Gilbert Gottfried, they talk about how he takes everything. So, it's commonly known.
I'll be taking that.
Here's my pen.
Gilbert Gottfried got to get up and do these bonehead interviews. Let that man get them nuts, man. Dang.
Comes in here, we're missing a camera.
Okay.
It wasn't bolted down.
Poor Gilbert Gottfried. What are our melee results?
Oh, boy. We asked you a very important and serious question, and it was a bit of a barn burner, people. Your favorite douchey jeans fashion statement for a tie for last place. You guys ready for this?
Okay.
Skinny jeans and designer ripped jeans at 19%.
Good.
Not a lot of favorites, so in retrospect, that's good, right? Heavyweight battle for the win. Jeans and flip-flops comes in second at 29%. Jeans and a blazer, the St. Louis Business Casual, 33% of the vote. That is your champion as Walnut's favorite
Jesus Christ.
douchey jeans combo.
It's just so bad.
As the leader of that movement, I like the results.
Of course you do.
Wallmans, stand up.
Please.
Sack up, Wallmans.
Put down the damn 3W. Damn it, Gardner.
Let's do some fair or foul.
Hold on, that was distracting.
He was giving hand signals to the walnuts. Give the man some time, Denman. Damn, man. Give that man a little.
This is the defining moment. Change has come to America.
Look at this timing,
People
right?
often ask me,
We won't.
what's fair or foul?
Good question.
Is it a segment? Is it a movement? Is it hope?
Of course.
I can't say for certain. Time will be a true test of its power.
Oh, that's so
But I
douchey.
can say,
Look at
fair or
that.
foul is now and
on
forever
some damn
for
slacks.
the people.
I wouldn't wear a
around the
tie
radio
with
your loved
jeans.
ones and hold on to your butts. It's now time for fair
We give it back to you, the people.
or foul.
You don't need that car title, do you? How about this chair?
The segment Gilbert Gottfried says, "I'll take it."
See you later.
Okay, here we go. Your topic today, winner gets $10 at Southtown Pub. Use it tomorrow night at Free Comedy Thursday. Jeans at weddings are fair in only 3 instances. To wit, 1, where the directions to the ceremony include the phrase, "After you turn off the paved road." It's a bit of a blue bud take on the topic. Number 2, where there is no aisle involved because the bride's side and the groom's side are one and the same. Number 3, where the officiant for the wedding is a human-sized animatronic mouse named Chuck. E. Cheese. Yale Hollander with the submission.
Of course.
I feel like he was looking down upon us on that one. Keeping it moving. Foul. Nah, man, just nah. Listen, we already know you're a level 8 Hoosier by the Dale Earnhardt stickers on your F-150. Since you can afford the $45,000 truck, plunk down another $35 for some Dockers. It's an open bar. You'll be fine. Lecturing from Dr. Bass. I always want to say Dr. Bass, like he's a big fisherman.
He's not.
Think Dr. Ed and Dr. Bass would get along?
No.
Dr. Bass would be like, I like fish.
Please, let's not do that to Dr. Ed.
What would Gilbert Gottfried say to Dr. Bass?
Are you gonna finish your goldfish? Is that bass kosher?
Foul, cargo pants, or jorts are the only options. Only! Depends on how you're feeling that day. TT's, pink eye.
Nice.
Would you wear jorts to a wedding, Trev?
Yo, man, if y'all don't.
What if you wore it to a white person's wedding? Like, I thought I was fitting in.
Just for that, I'm wearing jorts to a white person's wedding. Gaines, I'm sorry. I'm showing up to your wedding in jorts.
He'll probably have shorts on, too.
No.
Big man weather, you know, it's always hot.
Oh, boy.
Foul, I'm sorry, but it's just a no. I could receive a wedding invitation that explicitly said the dress code is denim, and I still couldn't bring myself to do it. That said, there's always at least one person who crosses that line, and it's almost as pathetic as that rock, paper, scissors game you attempted when ending the show yesterday. The JVL Jackal. I was really embarrassed about that. I want to talk about that more. I've played rock, paper, scissors on many occasions very effectively, and yesterday was a very poor showing, so can I get the close-up again? Where's my camera? Right here? Right there? I apologize for our rock, paper, scissors shenanigans. It was bad. That's the JVL Jackal. Finally, fair. If you aren't familiar with the Bible, let me fill you in. Jesus was pretty laid back when it came to weddings. He showed up in sandals and turned water into booze to keep the party going. A biblical verse from the Black Sheep. That'll do it for Fair or Foul today. Winner gets $10 at Southtown Pub. Gardner, who you got?
I'm going to go with the Black Sheep.
Black Sheep with a vote. Trav.
I am also going to go with Black Sheep.
Black Sheep wins. I was going to go with Yale Hollander. Black Sheep on a roll. Congratulations.
Baller.
$10 to Southtown Pub. Come use it tomorrow night, Thursday, 8 o'clock. Hey, guys, quick reminder. Our friends at Tech Electronics helped us build out this wonderful studio you watch us in every morning. By Jack and Red Saw Publicity are part of the Midcoast Media grouping of brands, and you can check out midcoast.media for more info. And the Kranzberg Arts Foundation, big shout out to them at the Zach building is where we record from our new studios. A lovely place in Grand Center, Midtown area in St. Louis, Missouri. Tani Sushi Bistro, huge project with us coming up. That'll be launching very soon. And shout out to Matt Weiner in the scenario. OG Hour had Orlando Pace in these very studios. Orlando asked to sit in my seat,
Oh, boy.
so I allowed it. Keep an eye out. Again, midcoast.media. Follow us on all the socials. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Shout out to the new Crying Jordan meme. For Chris Gardner, Travis Terrell, Dr. Ed, everybody else, we're out back live tomorrow on the live stream, 8 a.m.
Peace.